the exiling of the Anax and their welcoming. The primordial beings are welcomed, temporarily or permanently. Mental operations have invoked in material operating. Spiritually placing them was extended in ritualizing. Then they are incarnated as real-world things. Now, this is a comment on the infernal obelisks, the head in the universe, the right of the Anax, exiled magic. I am curious to a degree about this symbols and mythology that he promises is forthcoming in great detail. I understand how a person will use their own terminologies to, refer to things of a spiritual nature, because there's certain associations with things, because obviously he's talking about the jinn. These beings that don't really exist in our worldly terms, but they don't not exist either on the same way of thinking. They are before the incarnation of any human being, of any physically incarnated creature. The antiverse is a term that doesn't relate. It's not dark matter. It's dark energy. It's not antimatter. It's not those sorts of things. It's more like the automatic current of antithesis, because we're not just being adversaries to be adversaries. There's something to go against, something to overturn or replace, or something maybe. But we're talking about taking the animal soul, as it's called, and what some Arabic speaking related satanic paths call the warsh, the beast, that this is what a person is getting in touch with, and in getting in touch with that beast, that sort of spiritual life is not just something that's it's not rituals, it's not just spiritual studies and stuff, it's a whole lifestyle. So it's parallel to Islam in a way, but it's satanic. And we have the Greek word Anax, Phanax, Wanax, tribal chief, lord, military leader, and the feminine form is Anasa. Look back at my seasonal for where the whole Anasa thing could come from, because this is like the queen being. And these terms may have originally been used for Zeus and stuff like this, but as these entities got personified and such, then then the terms got to be used more for human leaders. Because Agamemnon, Anax, and Drone, leader of men. And just like other currents, certain spots in one's body can be opened to such beings. So I'm curious what Carnal Kindle is going to do with what he says about these things. But coming up with one's own way of saying stuff, it's not the same thing as autism, people, because I know somebody's going to say that sort of thing about it. But look at what we've done to English. We've tried to incorporate all the sounds of all other languages. We've largely because of it being just easier than just talking whole paragraphs, to bring in technical terms from other languages, and sometimes wanting to make them sound right, particularly if you want to show that you have the knowledge and authority to work out these things.